Okay, here I am. Hello. I've got two furry little helpers today, so it could get a little noisy. Who knows? Oh, nobody can see. Oh, tell you what, I'll move the camera instead of moving me. I'll move the camera. Let's see who's going to be the first today. Hello, whoever it is. I've got one person watching. Now let's see. I've got two people watching me now. Let's see who is the first to make a comment. Come in, whoever you are. 7 people watching me. Hi, it's Denise. Hi, Denise. You're the first one today. You're the only one that's, there's only 3 people watching me now. Before there was 7. Hello, I've lost 4 already. It's a good start, isn't it? Anyway, hello, Denise. I'll just wait to see who else joins us. Sandra's going to join us. We need to know if it's Chris or Nathan or who else is going to join us this evening. Ah, yay, you're the very first, Denise. Is that the first time you've done that? Yay! Congratulations, Denise. She's the first one. There's usually a little competition who comes in the first, yeah. Hi, Samantha. It's normally Chris or Nathan, yeah. Hi, Chrissy. So you've beaten them both today. And I was 2 minutes late, so they've got no excuse, have they? I was sorting out the animals. One's halfway up the stairs like Kermit. Where am I from? I'm from Fleetwood in the UK. I'm actually from Manchester, but I'm now living in Fleetwood. Hence the northern accent, yeah. Yeah, Kermit, otherwise known as Rosie, is halfway up the stairs. As usual, that's where she sits. She keeps an eye on the upstairs and the downstairs, yeah. Well, hello, Miguel. You're the first one of the guys today. There's no Chris yet, no Nathan yet. Yeah. What's Menudo? What's Menudo? Is it some kind of a festival? What time is it where I am? It's 7 minutes past 9 in the evening. Oh gosh, here we go. I start getting all these updates the minute I start doing anything. Hi, June. Rosie, she lives up to her name. We call her Nosy Rosie because she always wants to be in the thick of everything. Her mummy's out, her daddy's out. Oh, yeah, her mummy's out and her daddy's out. So I'm looking after them, yeah. So, hi, how is everybody doing? Yeah, hope you're all doing well. I'm just finishing my coffee. And my mug that came from Zelda NRJ3, yeah. You don't think I want to know? Is it that bad, Miguel? Here it's sort of like a spring bank holiday here. Um, oh, Sam's. What's CC anyway? I've no idea. We don't do CC, whatever it is. We don't drop links, no. Hi, Katie. It's not one of those channels where you sub to me and I'll sub to you and all that jazz. It's not one of those channels. Yeah. Hi, Lashira. Hi, Kaylee. Yeah, we have a lot of people who come in here and, want to, you sub to me, I'll sub to you, you do this, I want to grow my channel. And we don't do that in here, just to make it clear. We welcome everybody in, everybody's welcome to chit and chat, but there's none of that, none of that, yeah. Well, I've got a little one sleeping on the chair here, and her sister, like I said, is halfway up the stairs like Kermit. I don't know why I always want to break into song when I see her. Halfway up the stairs is the place that I sit. Yeah. Yeah, we're very relaxed in here. We don't have drama. We don't have competition. We don't have what any politics, religion, homophobia, anything like that. We don't have any of that. Just in case you knew this. It's just a gentle party atmosphere where everybody is feeling very welcome and there isn't any um, aggravation. Yeah, we don't have that. Yeah. We don't care who you are, what you believe in, what your politics are, as long as you're nice. Yeah, that's all we ask for. Just nice, nice people. Because it's Saturday night. Hey ho, it's party night. And we all come on here for a bit of a relax, don't we? Oh, it's definitely peace and love in here. I can't do the peace sign because it could be the wrong way around and I could look as though I'm being rude. So I won't do the peace sign. I'm never sure which way my fingers should be facing. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Could be a bit tricky. Yeah. Well, for those of you who've not watched my other video, yes, the wheel did fall off my scooter, but I wasn't sitting on it. I was pushing it or attempting to push it at the time. So disaster was averted. It didn't. It could have been a hell of a lot worse. Ooh, no swearing. It could have been a heck of a lot worse. I could have fallen off it. I could have banged my head and all. But we don't dwell on that. I wasn't, and I didn't, and I'm fine. Yeah. Oh, that's cute. Yeah. Mama's teaching her babies. Yeah. When we had Poppy, she taught Rosie all the ins and outs, about going into the garden and doing whatever she had to do out there. Poppy made sure that she knew, everything that was she had to know, just like a good mummy, even though she wasn't a mummy. Um, Whereas, sadly, sort of, Rosie wasn't adult enough to teach Trixie what to do. So Trixie's still at the stage where it's a bit of a every now and again, yeah. Rosie was getting naughty. My son's got his friend here, who Rosie knows well, yeah? Not a stranger, she knows him well. But yet every time he comes, she has to bark at him. And every time he's got quite a loudish voice and a loudish laugh. And even though they were outside fixing the camper van, every time he laughed, every time he spoke loud, Rosie had a bark, yeah. Even though she knows full well who he is, yeah. He said to me today, do you think she'll ever get used to me? I said I wouldn't bank on it. She's like that with everybody, sadly. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, you're crocheting and listening. I should be doing something. I have been extremely naughty all week. I've hardly done a thing. Yes, I'm wearing a strap because my carpal tunnel is playing up. And it does affect me because everything you buy these days has Velcro stuck to it. So when you start to knit, everything gets stuck to the Velcro. And yet if I take it off, it hurts. It's got like a metal, um, I don't know what you call it, like a blade thing down the middle of it. Oh, you can't find it now. Anyway, there's a metal piece that goes all down there that stops you from bending your wrist. And when I bend my wrist, that's why my fingers all go dead. So I'm sure you didn't want to know that, but I'm telling you anyway. I'm in a sharing mood tonight. And no, I haven't had a drink yet. Um, oh, thank you, Katie. So that's why I haven't been doing any knitting. But most of all, I can't use any excuses. Most of all, it's just been pure laziness. Yeah. Hi, Kaz. Pure laziness. You just go off something that you're making. You started off all enthusiastic, don't you? And then all of a sudden, for no reason whatsoever, you go off it. Yeah. Well, that's what I've done. I've just gone off it, yeah. Crochet with Claire's pattern. I think I've seen that, actually. Is that Claire, the Australian Claire? The one that used to be Bob Wilson 123. Are we on the right Claire? Yeah, I love Claire. I have met her. She's a fantastic lady. She is. She's a really lovely lady. They surprised me with a visit. She came all the way from Australia, not just to see me. I have to add that. She came all the way from Australia, and the friend that she was visiting drove up and brought her to my house. It was a lovely surprise. No, we've not got any Chris. We've not got any Nathan. We've no Shad. We've no anybody. We've only got Miguel. He's the only guy. How does it feel like, Miguel, to be the only guy in a room full of women? There might be other guys. They might just be lurking. Yes, I think since she moved and since, was it her mum or her dad that died, she just doesn't seem to have. I know she had a lot of trouble after she moved with her internet provider. I know that that was one of the reasons why she didn't. She didn't make videos. You feel henpecked? Who's pecking you? Well, now you know how your rooster feels when he's the only gay guy. I nearly did, Ella. It was such a shock. They didn't even tell me they were coming up. I should have known something because my friend came round and she doesn't normally come round unannounced. And she said, I need to come round. So I said, why? She said, oh, I'm just in the mood for a chat and I need to come round. And I thought, it's a bit strange. Anyway, it was Kelly. So she just arrived and I thought, well, never mind. So she never said anything. And then the door went and they'd crept up so that I couldn't see them through the bay window. Kelly was like occupying me, so my head was turned away from the window and they snook up around the side of the garage. I rang the bell and I just could not believe it. Couldn't believe it at all. I was like, what? Miguel, you'd never get me in America. Not that I've got anything against America. I just couldn't do the flight anymore now. It's too long. Yeah. Oh, did you see those little knitted queens I put on my page that somebody had been knitting? Yeah. Well, hello, gravy train, whoever you might be. I hope you're not a troll. I hope you're somebody genuine, because we don't like trolls on here. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know who Gravy Train is. No a clue. Not a clue. Did you see where somebody tried to scam me today? They put on my Instagram, I'd been chosen and I'd won £7,000 for my photo. And I'm like, no. Hi, Chris. I'm like, no, no. And he said, oh, yeah, it's genuine. I said, oh, you've been wanting my bank account details. I said, but you're not having them. And he went, no, no, all I need is your address. He said, it's all genuine and all that. I thought, nah, nah. He said, you've got 15 days to claim it. I thought, well, when there's a deadline like that, there's always something funny. Yeah. Hi, Squirrel Reid. Hi, Nana Michelle. So I will not be £7,000 richer because I'm not going to answer. You know it's got to be a scam when you've not entered anything, you've not entered any competitions, and somebody tells you you've won. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. I am 76. I wasn't born yesterday. Yeah. So sadly, even though I could have well done with £7,000, no. So if somebody gets in touch with you, oh my God, Kaz, you didn't, did you? You got the strangest calls. Wow. Mm. No, you just, why don't you believe me? I mean, have you ever heard of the Facebook and, what is it called? The Facebook and Instagram Splash or something it's called. Splash Award. Have you ever heard of it? Because I haven't. I tried to Google it and it didn't come up. Oh, Jay's Knit and Pearl Jam's got another video up. I like that lady. She's lovely. I think she's called Joyce. Yeah, she's lovely anyway. Yeah. And Miguel's got a video up, yeah. Oh dear, Miguel. It's like me when I blocked that lady. What was she called? Something to crochet when I blocked her by accident. You remember? Gravy train, who are you? Stand up and be counted. Treasure in the attic, hello. We got a lot of people on today. It's lovely. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, do you know? Scammers should get a job, a proper job. I mean, if the only way they can make their living is through scamming people. And unfortunately, it's usually, the elderly that get conned. It's just awful, isn't it? I mean, I got conned out of some money. I ordered some boots that never arrived. I did complain to Facebook and they did block the advert. But, you know, even I got scammed and I'm usually pretty hot on that. Yeah. You like my necklace? It's like a peace sign. Oh, is it? I didn't realise that. There's a lady, Star Lily Creation. She does some lovely jackets, and in the middle of the back of the jacket is a peace sign. But I've not made that. I have actually bought the pattern. I think I bought the pattern. I can't remember. Brain fade. My brain has faded away. Oh, Kelly replied to somebody on Facebook the other day. She said she was now working full time and she was still at college, and so that's why she'd not been around. So, and I did speak to Sue. I told her about me three wheels on me wagon, yeah. So I did speak to Sue. Chris is not talking to you. Of course he is. Chris, will you talk to Kaz, please? We don't want anybody going off in a huff. I have to take my Velcro off. I hope my fingers don't start going dead. If they do, I'll have to put it back on again and stop knitting. It looks like a peace sign. I can't see it. Oh, I'm fine, Kaz. I wasn't actually sitting on the scooter, thankfully. It stopped dead, so I got off it to see what was wrong. And as I tried to push it, the wheel fell off. Oh dear. Hiya, Tracy. Hi, Nana Michelle. Oh, a peace sign upside down. Oh, whatever. Do you know, Monster goes to the beauty parlour more often than most women do, Miguel? Our Rosie got a little rosette for being the prettiest faced dog at the French Bulldog party that she went to today. I don't know about that. Perhaps she is pretty for a French Bulldog, but she's not exactly pretty. She's not listening, it's all right. Well, I wore these because I actually had a black and white flimsy top on when I did my other video, but it was a bit cold, to be quite honest. And they've gone out. My son's gone out with his mates, so there was no. I'm not lighting the fire. I'm not much good at that sort of thing. I did have a crash course, my son gave me a crash course like I was in the Scouts or something. And I'm still no good at lighting a fire. Yeah, she shouldn't be called Monster, should she? It's like me calling. My son calls Trixie Rhino Rabbit. He says she's looks like a rhino and she runs like a rabbit, which she does. She runs with her two back legs together. Yeah. Oh, I know this weather's awful, isn't it? Well, we're having a bit of a spat with the vet. We got told when, Trixie had that very, very expensive operation on her back leg that broke, that was it, that the pin was to stay in and everything like that. She went yesterday to see the vet who did the operation has now left. So she had to see a different vet. And he's saying, oh no, we don't leave pins in, not in a puppy like that. And they want to do a big operation, another big amount of money to take it out, which we are digging our heels in because they didn't say that she would need to have, another operation. No, honestly, no. There's no way we're paying for another big operation. They think oh, think you made of money when you own a dog. Honest to God, they do. Yeah. There's a story behind Monster's name. Yeah. Sorry, Tracy, I keep calling Trixie Tracy. I don't know why she's a Tracy. I mean, you don't normally call a dog Tracy, do you? You know what I mean? But it just seems to roll off my tongue like Tracy instead of Trixie. And my son calls her Rhino Rabbit, so she doesn't get her proper name at all. And Rosie, I call her Rosie McPosy or Nosy Rosie. But half the time I just call her Rose. Yeah. Rose by any other name. Yeah. You're within and without. Well, if you're not telling us what you call you without, aren't you, love? Yeah. I hate to tell you this. Yeah. Oh, I found a load of photos today of Gigi. If you all remember little Gigi. Yeah, possibly. Yeah, you're right there, Miguel, I think. Yeah. Oh, what are you doing? Why are we getting a load of symbols? Yeah. Yeah, he's a Texan, but he doesn't wear what is it, 5 gallon hat, 10 gallon hat? What gallon hat is it that Texans are supposed to wear? I don't know what gallon hat they wear. But I don't think Miguel's got one. I'm hoping to get a few more rows in because I'm getting sick of this cardigan now. Yeah. Hi, Sin. You call her Rosie Lee. Yeah, that's what they call a cup of tea, isn't it? A cup of Rosie Lee, yeah. Oh, I've got the little Rhino Rabbit back. She's on my chair. She is sociable, this little one. Too sociable. The guy who brought me home when, I had the incident with the scooter, she was going off with him and getting in his car. Yeah. She's too sociable, that one. Tell you. Hi to niece. No, Denise. We had a Denise earlier on. I think she's still here. Denise, are you still here? Yeah. You're from the church, you know where we all live. Oh, whoopee doo. I think it is a whistle. Whistle while you work. We have got a jerk. Whistle, 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 whistle. Whistle while you work. Did I tell you I've ordered a raised bed, whatever you call them, a raised planter. It's only small, but it needs putting together, which, it's just not my thing, yes. Gravy's got 2 strikes, yeah. It definitely sounds like a whistle to me. How do I mean? How do I mean what, Tracy? If it was something I said 2 minutes ago, I've already forgotten. You have to remind me. Because I've got a brain. Oh, a raised bed. It's like a flower bed, basket, trough, whatever you want to call it, on legs, so that I can tend it without having to bend down and that the animals can't nibble it. Well, Rosie could if she wanted to, but allegedly. It's higher up. It's mostly for me so I don't have to bend down. I'm only going to grow a bit of some herbs or something. It's only, oh God, my bed is that high. I have to have a step to get in my bed. You see them in the shop, don't you? And you don't realise how high they are. Because when I came here, I treated myself to a new bed. Because you do, new house, new bed. And it's one of those, it's what they call like the ottoman, They raise up like that so you can put stuff underneath it and then you put it back down again. I didn't realise how high. You have to have a running jump to get in it in the night time, yeah. And when my back's bad, it's a bit of a heave ho. I bought myself a little step, but I tended to trip over it, so it finished up in the kitchen. Yeah. One year my tomato plants did really, really well, Miguel, and then the next year was a complete disaster. So I haven't really got anywhere to grow tomatoes here, so it'll just be a bit of salad, I think, and some herbs. It's not that big, so I'm not going to grow cabbages, beans, peas. It's not that big. It's only a very small planter. I've got my crisps and my chocolate as well, Kaz. I'm prepared. I'm like a little Boy Scout. I'm prepared. Except I'm not like a Boy Scout when it comes to lighting this blinking fire. I think I'm clueless when it comes to do with fires. Yeah, they need a bit of height though, Miguel tomatoes. And I don't really have any height. Besides which, I think the animals would probably eat them. We've got strawberries growing in a strawberry pot. And one of my friends, she's taking me to the garden centre on Tuesday morning, so I have a good look round there. I'm not going to go overboard because I haven't got anywhere to put them, but just to get a few things, yeah. Hello, John. How are you doing? I'm trying to do my knitting, John, tonight. I'm trying to finish this sleeve. It's bugging me. Bugging me, bugging me. I need to sort through my woolies as well. I've got one woolly that's all fluffed up, got a bit shabby. So I'm going to unravel it because my friend June, the one who made the poncho, She's making blankets for dogs, the dog's home. So I'm going to unravel it and then she can use up the wool. I don't think the dogs will mind if it's a bit fluffy. Oh, thank you. It's it's not boho spirit. This, what was it? It was American, I think. I'm sure it was American. This one. I don't think it's English. Do you know I am? You know what I'm like. No, it's not Noro. I don't pay that kind of prices, Sarcas. It's a cheaper, much cheaper version. No, it wasn't in a cake. It was in balls, but I'm sure it was American. I can't remember. Do you know, I have got a brain. Absolutely. I admire people who can bring up, oh, I made it 6 years ago. It was such a body, such a body, such a body. It might be Red Heart. I'm not 100% sure, Kaz. And they trot out, don't they? Oh, I made it in such a thing and such like that. No, it wasn't Charlie Ball. It was definitely thicker than that. And it was definitely in those long roll things. So it could have been Red Heart. It's not rough though. It has a little bit of a pile on it, if you can see. A little bit of a fuzz. But oh, I gave up ages ago, Miguel. I can't remember what anything's called these days. I've tried not to think. If I can't remember something, I try not to dwell on it. Because if I then take my mind off, it then pops in my head about half an hour later. Yeah. I'm awful with names. Awful with names. And especially people on the telly. I see them and I'm thinking that's she was in thing. Oh. It could be King Cole Riot. It could be Kaz. Come to think, it could be, might be. One never knows. I am the world's worst. I annoy people no end because I can't remember what I've done. I can never remember what pattern I've used and I can never remember what wool I did it in. So I'm just a crocheter's nightmare. It's like as soon as I knit it or crochet it, I forget. Yeah. I used to use Ravelry and put everything down in it. You know what I'd used and how many bowls I'd used and all this jazz. Gravy train, this is your last warning. You're just being stupid. It could be boho spirit. It could be. I really don't know. That gravy train is definitely a whistle. Definitely a whistle. Hello, hello, Jeannie. How are you? We're doing well. Well, I am. I can't speak for the rest of them. Oh, God. Right. Report. Uh, right, I've reported it. Right. Yeah, I've reported him as well. It's getting stupid, isn't it? I've got rid of him. I've reported him for harassment. There must be nothing on telly tonight. Must be boring on the television. It is annoying. It's just stupid, yeah. It's stupid. So what are you all doing if you're in the UK? Because it's a bank holiday. What are you all doing? If you're in the US, I don't know what you do. But if you're in the UK, it's bank holiday weekend. What are you all doing? My daughter-in-law has gone to, I think it's her cousin's party. My son is trying to fix his camper van with his friend. Oh, hello, whistle, whistle. We're not going to get rid of Gravy, are we? It's bouncing back under another name now. Yeah, so that's what they've been doing all day. Oh, you said, did you? Right. Oh, dear. Well, I've had quite an eventful week, really. No, it's not a holiday in the US, but you have different holidays to us, be fair. You have President's Day and all sorts of things that we don't have. We have bank holiday, and then the next holiday we have will be the Queen's Jubilee. I think that's June the 4th. I don't think there's any sign of a party here on this street. We can't be very royalist, but then they're not very clanny. You know, um, some streets are very cliquey, aren't they? Everybody knows everybody. This street now, don't know. I've been here now, what, about 15, 16 months? And I know two neighbours. Yeah. Fun day at Little Bowling Club. Cards, dominoes, quiz, and food. Oh, right. Morning, Deirdre. You knitting a chunky cream-coloured cardigan. Oh, thank you. I like my rainbow colours, yeah. I do like my bright things, yeah. Did I hear you swearing? No, I didn't, Lydia. Did you do it under your breath? You've got a rally, Killarney Rally of the Lakes. What do you do at the rally? Do you just everybody go round somewhere or what? Oh, I'm glad you've got the right size now this time, Kaz. How upsetting doing all that work. And then it was the wrong size. I would have cried, I think. Oh dear. Yeah, when you go on your rally, John, what do you do? Do you have horse rides? Do you walk? What do you do? Oh my goodness. Did you get a bath in it, Lydia? I've done that with us when I used to walk back from the supermarket with a shopping trolley before I was as bad as I was and before I got my scooter. And by the time you got home, you'd shook everything up, hadn't you? And if you opened up a bottle, it goes up like a fountain, yeah. Oh God, it could be sticky, Lydia. Yeah, you need to clean it up if it's a bit sticky. Yeah, sailing would be nice. The guy across the road's taking his boat now. He's launched it. It had its launch of the season last week. I think it was, or the week before. Turns out he was in the Navy. Um, Seems a nice enough chappy. I mean, they all seem nice round here. It's just that they're not neighbourly. They'll go hi to you when you go past, but that's about it, really. You know, they don't stop to chat like my neighbours used to do, my old neighbours. Yeah. No, we don't really need AC over here, do we, Kaz? 99% of the time. The odd days it's hot, just put the fan on, you know. You could be thousands of people. Oh, a motor rally. Oh, right. We were thinking sailing and that because it was a lake or something. Well, in England, everybody's far from everybody else, Miguel. We are a tiny place, but we don't have your motorways. So even though we could say be 100 miles away or 200, no, it means a motor car. I think rallying as in motor car rally. You you know we don't kind of. It takes a long time to get from A to B in England because the roads are tiny, and we have horrendous traffic jams. And it's not like, yeah, motor car, yeah. We could, you could go 100 miles to visit a friend in America, and you'd hit a straight road and you'd go there. But we would go through many towns, many traffic lights, many small roads. So 100 miles in the UK takes you forever, yeah, to get anywhere. So visiting people within, within the UK isn't as simple as you going from one side of Texas to the other, say, for example. I haven't seen it yet. I did look at the picture of the. Oh, got, that's the trouble with this wool. It's got fuzzy bits. I did look at the picture of the. I was thinking, Miguel, if anybody in your knit club has a scanner, they could just scan the pattern and email it to me. Then that would save anything, postage or anything, wouldn't it? If anybody's got one, with a printer with a scanner on it. Listen, it would take me, if I had a car, all day to probably get to Cas. So you never know, somebody at Knit Club could have a scanner, Miguel. That way nothing needs posting. Keep the coffee pot hot. You'd have to boil it a few times, Cas, before I got there. No, no. No, don't use the rent money. Just get somebody with a printer that's got a scanner on the printer. And once it goes into a PDF, if you know what that is, it can be emailed to me. Rosie, 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 come on, chicken. Rosie, darling, come on, sweetheart. Rosie, good girl, good girl. Rosie, good girl. Come on, chicken, good girl. She usually stops if I tell her she's a good girl. No, I don't drive either anymore, Kaz. I didn't bother renewing. These are the ears. She's got her ears up. Trixie, Trixie, turn around. Oh, she's turned the wrong way. If she turns this way, I'll let you look at her. Visit the Queen. I don't know where she is these days. She's not been at Buckingham Palace anymore. She's not doing it. She's at Windsor, is she? Yeah, she's not at Buckingham Palace anymore, Miguel. You've got to go to Windsor now. She's got so many houses, Kat. I don't know where she is half the time. Trixie's going to sleep. She's only a puppy, though. She sleeps a lot. Hi, Granny D. Yeah, flying call. Hello, Crochet Pink. Hello there. I'm glad you could get in today. Oh, no, we don't talk about him, Ella. You forgot Uncle Tom Cobley and all, Granny D. And Uncle Tom Cobley and all, and Uncle Tom Cobley and all. You can tell I used to sing a lot. I don't know what they are. They've got crinkly bits. They're light ones. They're baked instead of fried, yeah. When I was a child, we used to go on coach trips. We used to call them charabancs. Don't ask me where charabancs come from. It's a normal size bag. We don't have massive big bags like you do in the US. And we all used to sing on the way home. People back in the day didn't have a car. So when you wanted a trip to the seaside or a trip to somewhere or other, you would book on a coach. A little bit like your Greyhound buses, but smaller, yeah. And you'd go to the seaside. They'd take you to the seaside, drop you off. You'd have so many hours by the seaside. Then they'd pick you up again and bring you back home. But it was always the thing that when you came back home, you always sang. Everybody sang. We did all the usual, 44,000 green bottles hanging on the wall and all that, yeah. Or she'd be coming round the mountains when she comes, yeah. Mm-hmm. I'm doing a blue cardigan. And I did start a dark green cardigan in crocheting, that I've done about that much. So it's not exactly worth bothering about, is it? Oh, yeah. Oh, McDonald's, yeah, that Saints gone marching in. Now, I started being really frugal about my works in progress. If I have too many, they don't get done at all. And then they just hang around in bags and linger about, and then you get fed up with the sight of them. You started the bod show, stop. See, that's what I mean. If I stop, I can't go back because I can't remember what I'm doing. Oh, that's what this is. That the excuse they make, Sandra? They never used to have that much airing, I can tell you. I always use a pen and paper. I can't do with those roll counters because I knit with my needle under my arm and I turn it round with my armpit. Bits everywhere. I haven't got my glasses, so I can't tell you how many calories are in this. I know there's fewer. I can't abide anything on my finger, Kaz. I got one free, I think, with Hobby or Hobby Eye, whatever they were called. Civets are soaking. Oh, the colours. I'm thinking civets, isn't that a kind of a cat? I thought you got the cat in water. What am I thinking of? Not civet. It's a massive big cat. Looks a bit like a leopard or a tiger. They're very, very expensive. They're massive cats. They're about the size of a Maine Coon, but they look like a leopard. Yeah, I've got one of those. I call it a frog as well. It's a green thing, isn't it? Woo! Nearly knocked my camera off them. I don't even know where it is now. I have it on a red string somewhere. Oh no, there it is. You mean that one? That. I call it a frog. It's not a frog at all, is it? But I don't know why. I call it a frog. I went out one time and somebody said to me, "You got a very unusual necklace on." And I'd gone out with my counter around my neck. Yeah, I called it a frog. And somebody said, "Why do you call it a frog?" I said, "Because it's green, probably." Yeah. Maybe I should use it now because I'm doing every sixth row and I can't remember. Did I say to you I've got a bad memory? Because, I can't remember if I told you. Are you going to have a few cans of Guinness? Well, I'm going to have. See, this is from last week that I didn't finish. My Smirnoff Ice. I'm going to finish that. Other people would have drunk it all, wouldn't they, by now? But no. That was good. I saved it. Sadly, it's gone flat. But who cares? Someone shouted inside your car window. Why would they do that? Yeah, they're not cheap, these counters, but, if you put them on I should put them on a posh string, shouldn't I? Not a piece of yellow wool, but you know what I mean. I hang it round my neck normally. You drink it in 5 minutes. I'm not a drinker, John. That's the problem with me. I like a drink, but I like to sip it. I've got that much left. Yeah, it's definitely flat, but never mind. It still tastes nice. I've got, today, I have got a Mars bar. A Mars a day helps you work, rest, and play. Oh, it allows peddlers, so it was a peddler that shouted in your window, was it? We don't allow peddlers, but we have them. You've got an orange Yorkie. I've got a Mars. Yeah. Remember the advert, Mars a day helps you work, rest, and play. We can't say that now. You have to be more truthful, don't we? They're not the same. They're not as crunchy as they used to be. They're not as big as they used to be either. We used to have like those, I don't know what they were. You can't say gypsies, you can't say travelling people. They were just, and they used to be standing at traffic lights with a dirty sort of cloth, and they used to wipe it all over your windscreen and say, money, money, money. I used to say, no, no, go away, go away. Got quite a bit of caramel. They're not as firm as they used to be. They used to be a lot more solid. When you bit into them, they were absolute solid. This is soggy. You're not miss a lot. You're not miss much. Oh God, yeah. Lucky Heather. If you don't buy my lucky Heather, something bad will happen to you. Hi, Rebecca. Yeah, lucky Heather, they used to call it. And if you didn't buy any, she'd be chanting curses behind your back. If you believed all that sort of stuff. Yeah, an exorbitant amount of money for a little scruffy bit with a ribbon round it. They used to come door to door when I was tiny. They used to tell my mothers it was bad luck. Yeah, bad luck if you didn't buy it. And they used to try to put the hex on you. Did they come in the store? Yeah. We always had beggars coming in the store and, yeah, selling pegs as well. But in the old days, they used to sell proper pegs that were, you know, proper handmade, homemade pegs, and they used to last. Mm. Dolly pegs were much better, weren't they? The wooden dolly pegs. The plastic ones with a spring. Is this what you put on the clothesline? Like a peg for laundry, yeah. The plastic ones now, you go like that and to put it on and it, bing, it's broken off and the spring's gone one way and the two bits of plastic have gone the other way. They're absolute rubbish. Yeah, the gypsies used to come round selling pegs and lucky hair there. All sorts of tat. They used to try and intimidate if you didn't buy. They used to say they were going to put a curse on you. My mother must have had umpteen curses put on her and she'd still lived till 90. Yeah, the plastic ones, they just snap off, don't they? Absolute rubbish, yeah. Goths trying to sell pantyhose. God. Here we have supposed ex-offenders going around selling dusters, except they're not. They're not ex-cons and they're not selling. They sell dusters at about 4 times the price they should be. Everybody's a con man these days. The pantyhose are not in packets. Well, who the heck would buy them then? Oh, thank you, Rebecca. Hi, Lulu's treasure trove. I'm trying to do my knitting here. Thank you. We can't remember what it is. We've had several stabs at what the wool might be because I can't remember. I'm trying to knit this last sleeve. Can I show buttons? That button, you mean? It's only got one on. One button. No, I don't think it's. We think it's boho spirit. We think it's. Yeah, it's glass. Well, glass, plastic, whatever you want to call it. I like buttons. It's terrible trying to find. Somebody wants to see my hands knitting. Oh, well, they can't. Because if they want to see my hands knitting, they can't see my face. You've got to choice. You can either see my face or see my hands. You can't see both. Otherwise, I'd have to sit over by the unit over there. My camera doesn't have a very sort of wide range. It's not a very good camera. Like most of things in my life, it's a cheap camera. But I am not one to complain. At least, thankfully, my scooter was insured, so it's not my problem. I don't know where Nathan is. He's usually here by now, isn't he? even if he's got the kids. Even if it's a weekend for the kids, he usually still comes on. You forgot to defrost your turkey. Oh, well, don't eat it then. I don't like defrosting things in the microwave. I know you can do, and I know it's supposed to be safe, but I just don't trust defrosting things. His kids, no, they're not late teenagers. They're early teenagers. But one of them is autistic. He's non-verbal. So yeah. Now I've got a little camera. I don't know whether you can see the camera if I hold it up. I don't think you can see it, can you? No, because it just videos itself, doesn't it? Stupid of me. Um, no, it's just a little, tiny little camera. Which way are we going? That way? No, that way. Yes. But yeah, it's only a little tiny camera. It's about an inch that way and about an inch and a half that way. So it isn't an expensive camera. I did look at them when I was in Curry's, but I'm kind of like, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I'm upside down. I'm not upside down. I'm not one to buy things if I don't actually need them, if you're with me. Some people have to have all the latest trends of everything, don't they? Oh, they must have the latest model phone, must have the latest of this. I don't buy things unless what I'm using is broken, and then I have to. Um, other people change their phones, don't they, every 5 minutes? Oh, it's not the latest, it's not got the gadgets on it. Whereas I'm like, no, it's not broke, it's still working, leave it alone. Oh, that's nice, guys. I've got a new phone, but it's nothing fancy. There's no sense, is there, in just buying things for the sake of buying it, because one day then you might need some money for something desperately that you need, and you've just frittered it away on bits and pieces that you wanted but you didn't really need. Yeah, I'm getting that way with wool these days now. I'm being more frugal. I'm not buying it unless I need it. I've got enough to use. I've got loads to use up, probably more than in my life. Oh yeah, if you do a rental, people do get updates when they've had the rentals for so long. But I just buy a very inexpensive phone, and I have pay as you go. I only pay. I think it used to be £8 a month. I think I pay £9 a month now. It's enough for what I want to use it for. I don't want. Well, no, I mean, if there's something that I want, Miguel, I will go and get it. If it's a real bargain, I will. But I don't spend money sillily anymore like I used to. I mean, at one time I got myself in piles of debt just through buying. Oh, that's beautiful on ice. Didn't know what I wanted it for, but that's beautiful yarn. I'll get some of that. I'll have some of that. I'll have some of that. And I got myself in debt. So when I moved here and I cleared all the debt, I thought that is it. Admittedly, I did put um, my little mobile scooter on my credit card, but I'm paying it off. I'm paying it off. Oh, debt is very stressful. And it mounts up. That's the trouble, you see. You put it on your credit card, And if you can't pay it, or you don't pay enough, it just mounts up and up and up and up. You start off, say for example, owing about 2,000, and if you don't pay it off, you finish up owing 6,000, and you haven't actually bought anything in between. So that's why I'm anti. I mean, I only but put my scooter on the credit card. I mean, I pay £100 a month on my credit card, and they charge me £13 interest. It's a lot of dead money, isn't it? You know, I really, really object to paying this £13 a month interest, but you know, what did I do? I wanted the scooter and I didn't have the money, so I had to do something. So it was my own fault. No, once the scooter's paid, I don't use my credit card. I hadn't used my credit card for 2 years until I put the scooter on it. But I'm not using that credit card for anything else except a big item or an emergency or something of that reason. I won't cut it up because I may need it, but I don't use it for anything silly anymore. Credit cards are useful if you use them correctly. If you can use them through the month and then pay it off at the end of the month, you don't pay any interest, and it is useful for somebody who can do that. Yeah, somebody who gets paid maybe once at the end of the month, um, and they haven't got the money in between time for some reason or another. As long as they can afford to pay it off at the end of the month, you don't pay any interest. Oh gosh, yes. I tell you what, though, I went to the night knit club on my little scooter. Well, hello, Nathan, where have you been? Everybody's been worried about you, wondering where you've been. Have you been asleep? Where have you been, boy? Yeah, I went to knit club on that little tiny scooter. Talk about every little dip in the road. Oh, I wouldn't like to use that as my main scooter. Oh, bye, Lashira. Bye bye. So where have you been, Nathan? They've all been wondering where you was. Or where you were, I should say. Deep dee dee, deep dee dee. Ah, I've got a Rosie by the door, curled up asleep. I hope none of them want the bathroom before the daddy comes back. Well, Rosie's very good. Rosie will tell me. But Trixie, nah. Oh, Nathan's message got retracted. What happened there, Nathan? Yeah, we missed you. We had a whistler while you were gone. We needed you to whistle. Hey, da, da, da. Nathan, if you don't behave, I'll sing. And nobody wants that. Watching tonight's TV shows that you recorded. Oh, right, yo. Is it your weekend for the kids? thought maybe you were being bombarded. Chores are what you make of them. To me, I only do what I have to do. I don't go around inventing them. My house isn't dirty. Well, mainly because my daughter-in-law doesn't, but I've never been one for having to do things, yeah. You know, people, oh, it's Tuesday, I've got to do the windows. Oh, it's Wednesday, I've got to do the washing now. Chores I do when they have to be done. You know, I know my friend will say, oh, I've got to do my chores before I can sit and watch TV. And I'm like, why? Why? Is it like your reward after you finish doing your chores, you go and watch TV? Oh, you had the boys for the day. One of the girls at Knit Club had some wool that she got from Aldi. It was, excuse me, I'm not poking my nose, I've got an itch. It looked a little bit chenille, and it was £4.99 for 4 balls. They look very chunky though, because I thought my friend would like it for. She's making little blankets, you know, for dogs' homes and things. I thought she would like it, but she said it was too thick. Oh, I'm not like that, Miguel. I either have a feast or a famine. I either do a blitz or I don't do anything at all. My house, when I lived alone, my house was always fairly clean, but it was never spotless, and I didn't care. They're not going to put on my gravestone, my God, she was a good cleaner. I would rather they put on, oh, she enjoyed life. Not that she bleached the bathroom floor twice a day, no. And then my son used to say to me sometimes, you haven't cleaned the kitchen floor, and he said, I don't eat off it. I only walk on it. I'm not mopping it more than once. You know, good God, you could spend your fortune on cleaning products and all your life cleaning. As I say, they're not going to write on your gravestone, my goodness, she was a good cleaner. I'd rather they wrote on it, my God, she knew how to have fun. Or she was a good egg, yeah. Oh, my bedroom, I have to have, every couple of days, I have to tidy mine because my bedroom is so small. If I don't put everything away, there isn't room to have anything out, if you know what I mean. But I must admit, I'll put things on top of my laundry basket or things like that. And then I'll think, right, spend an hour, get everything moved out of the way. I mean, my lounge is always a little bit untidy, but only because I've got my wool out, yeah. Hello, Enid, where have you been? Oh, for goodness sake, Miguel, get a life. You're extraordinarily unwell. You said ordinarily unwell. You mean you couldn't sleep if you hadn't scrubbed your kitchen sink? Oh, dear. That is too much, Miguel. That is too much. You've got OCD there. That is too much. Too much. I wipe the shower round after I'd had a shower. That constitutes my kind of cleaning. Give it a good squirt with some stuff. Give it a wipe round after I've used it. Good enough for me. I ain't bleaching nothing. Yeah, we wash the dog bowls, yeah. But we don't have to scrub the sink. Leave it for another day, Enid. It'll still be there tomorrow. Yeah, that's what we do. We take the bowls up, we wash them out, and put down clean water bowls, but we don't have to bleach the sink. You make work for yourself, Miguel. Nothing is that dirty. Yeah, I agree, Kaz. It can't be that dirty if Miguel lives there. I wipe the sink round every time I've used it. Clean the toilet round. Clean the shower round. But I ain't gonna scrubbing everything. Once a week I might give it a good clean, but not every day. There's only me uses mostly you only me uses my bathroom. You're missing out on so much life, Miguel. Wearing yourself out doing your cleaning. Oh my God. I used to live next door to a lady when I was a child, and we used to have what we called a coal hole. In other words, it was a cellar underneath the house where they used to tip the coal down. And she used to lift the coal up, put it on newspapers, and wash underneath the coal and then put it back again. Now, is that going to extremes or what? Why would you wash underneath the coal? Oh, Mrs. Gartside, she was called. I always remember. Talk about making work. Who washes underneath coal? Oh, my mum used to scrub the front step and the window bottom because they were made of stone in those days. They weren't like they are today. And I can remember my dad painted it with cardinal red polish so she wouldn't have to do it because he was sick of her on her hands and knees every day, scrubbing on the front step. He said, it's not that bloody dirty. We lived on the main road, though. We did get a load of dust. Oh, God. This wool has got bits that fly. They go in my eyes. They go in my nose. Oh, another sick person. Hi, Evie. We've got one more sick person on here. Why are you sick, Evie? Everybody's poorly tick today. Last week on my live video, I had to move 3 like porno comments. Why do you think that people who watch my videos want to watch that? You threw your back out. Oh my goodness me. We've got Enid with her sniffies and her sniffles and her temperatures, and you with a bad back. My back's just not right since I went on that scooter the other night. My back doesn't like that scooter. But it's handy for going out in the car with. Yeah, I got a headache. I tried those new tablets if you're in the UK. Those, not Nurofen, what they're called. They're supposed to be a mixture of ibuprofen and paracetamol. They were quite expensive. There's only one sheet of tablets in the packet. Well, we won't ask you that, Evie. What, no idea how she threw her back out. Nudge, nudge, wink, wink, say no more. Yeah, Neurodol is it called, yeah. They seem to be working. I only had 2, but they seem to have worked. Because just before I came on here, I thought, oh my God, I've got a banging head. Not going to be able to do very long tonight. Yeah, Evie might have been jumping off the wardrobe or swinging off the chandelier. We all don't know what goes on in that household, do we? Nothing goes on in my house, I tell you. I needn't bother having curtains. I don't live a very exciting life. I lead quite a boring one, really. But you know what they say, I have lived my life when I was younger. I've had me moments. As I used to say, I could write me memoirs, but quite a few married men might have to leave town. Oh dear. No, I've had my life. I've had my times. Nothing too racy. Never made the front page of the paper or anything like that, but I have enjoyed myself when I was younger. In purely the innocent form, of course. I don't mean anything, that I could get blackmail for. But yeah, I've enjoyed my life. Well, apart from the marriage, but we don't talk about that. But yeah, boy, got 2 sleeping babies here. The little one is snoring her head off. At least I know they can be quiet because I'm looking after them for quite a few weekends. Well, in the summer while they go away, they book for festivals and things like that. And then they're going, the holiday to Spain they had to cancel. They're going again in, I've got it all written down here, They're going again on May the 12th. They're going to Spain on the holiday that they had to cancel because of the passport situation. Apparently, it's rife over here in the UK. People having holidays ruined because of this passport situation. They're making you renew your passport like 6 months before the end of the date. And yet, you can't, even though your passport says it's in date until, say, August of this year, if 10 years from when you took it out it is elapsed, it doesn't matter that it's still in date. Uh, I mean, in the old days, it was in date until the day that it expired, but not now. No, it's 10 years to the day you took the passport out. So, in effect, they're making you pay a lot more. You're not getting your 10 years anymore because, it's not in date anymore. I don't have one. You had to go back and check on your chickens, yeah? Yeah, I should have had done more, Denise. I really should have. I would never have got married for a kick-off, but the way things were back in the 60s, you did. Now I wouldn't get married, no. I didn't always live by the rules, but it was never anything major. Minor indiscretions, let's just say. But I wished I'd have had more time not being married. I wished I'd have done things more, travelled. But I was a very cautious kind of teenager, young woman. I often wish I'd have had more what we call guts to go off and do things by myself, which I never did. I was always very much a homebody that clung to my parents too much. But my parents didn't encourage me to be independent at all. You know, I never went abroad until after I met my fiance as he was. I never did anything like that. Looking back, But then again, it was the times. The times weren't right. People just didn't do that sort of thing. The next generation did. Oh, I can't blame my childhood. It was a little bit claustrophobic, but minor discrepancies, yeah. Nothing major. Nothing you would get arrested for, Tracy. But we've all broke the rules at some stage or another. It doesn't mean anything major, does it? I mean, when I went for my job interview for the job centre, they said to me, "Have you ever broken the law?" And I said, "Yes." And they went, "What do you mean, yes?" I said, "We've all done it." I said, "We've all parked on yellow lines." I said, "We've all gone more than the speed limit." I said, "We've all done things that are illegal." I said, "But just because you don't have a criminal record doesn't mean you haven't done things you shouldn't have done, you know." We've all walked on the grass when it says keep off it. We've all done something, haven't we? All these bits are flying up my nose. Those are little things like that are what I call minor discrepancies. Oh, you didn't have a normal childhood. I had a very sort of small village, claustrophobic type of childhood, but you don't realise at the time that it's claustrophobic, do you? Because, I was very well loved. I can honestly say that I never felt unloved, if you're with me. I had an extended family, all who loved me a lot. Money we had none, but it didn't seem to matter back in those days because nobody did. I wasn't surrounded by rich kids at school and things like that. You know, I was among peers that all were in the same boat as me. People back in the day, I think when we say we were a lot happier, It wasn't that we were happier, it was the fact that we didn't have things to live up to. We didn't have to have the latest telly. You know, if we didn't have a telly, it didn't seem to matter. Um, you know, if you didn't have shoes with a label on, there was no such thing. There's only Clark's shoes. There was no labels. You know, it was just, yeah, I feel lucky. People didn't, there was no keeping up with the Joneses and stuff like that. There was not any of that. If people had money in enough to buy food, you know, if people had enough money to buy whatever the clothes, if they needed them, I don't mean designers, I'm talking about if you actually needed a pair of shoes. People were happy back then, but now it's all, oh, you've got to keep up to this, you've got to have the same as that, you've got to, you know, have a nice house, you've got to have a nice sofa. You know, back in the day, people handed furniture down. If somebody died, for example, you know, they were divvying out the furniture, weren't they? Oh, you need a new sofa, don't you? You know, and it didn't matter that, you know, it was somebody else's. You know, if you needed a table and chairs, somebody had died and they had a table and chairs, you just got the table and chairs. You know, you didn't say, oh, it's not G plan, it's not my style, it's not my colour. You were just grateful that somebody gave you a table and chairs, you know. But nowadays, oh my God, if it's not this, if it's not that, if it doesn't come from this designer and that designer, they don't want it. They put things on wedding present lists like dishwashers, you know. Sounds very interesting, Denise. Mine's very boring compared with yours. Yeah, I wished I had a bit more of an interesting life to talk about. You know, I wished I'd grown up in like where everybody went to, what was it called, Woodstock or something like that. I had nothing like that. I went to a couple of concerts, you know, saw quite a few people, you know, like Little Richard and the Everly Brothers and people like that. It sounds like a very interesting childhood, Denise. It might not have been while you were living it, but it sounds it now. My parents were quite boring, really, very staid. I mean, now I'm too old to do all the sort of things I would like to. If I had the money, I would travel. Oh my God, would I travel? But for me, like now, you've got to think about, will it be hilly where I go? Will I be able to walk when I get there? Will there be a lift? You know, will the bed be comfortable? Stuff like that. Whereas, you know, if I had money, I could just buy my way there, buy my way through everything. They say money doesn't buy everything, but it makes things a lot more comfy, doesn't it? You know. Oh God, yeah. But they're all, everybody's so bored and dissatisfied, the children, aren't they? If they haven't got the latest this and that and the other, they're not playing Fortnite, they're not whatever. They're bored. God, if you said to my mother you were bored, she'd make you wash the dishes or something, you know? Blimey. 12, 14, 16, sorry. 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 30, 36, 38, 40, 42, 44, 46, 48, 50, 51. No, I've got to have 57. I've got a bit more to go yet. Oh, mine never had a wild side. My mother's excitement was going to the Women's Institute, going to a beetle drive, whatever that is. That was her. She used to belong to a group at church, and it was actually called Young Wives. But they were far from young. My dad used to call them all sorts of names, and my mother used to shout at him. He used to say, "Young wives, young wives." They're about 60. How can they be called young wives? My mother was like the youngest one there. And she was in her 40s because she was older when she had me. But as I say, my dad used to take the mickey out of my mum for going to all these young wives and things. I mean, my dad didn't used to come home at night until 7 o'clock in the evening. You know, that was his working day from about 7 o'clock in the morning till 7 o'clock in the evening. He used to come in just in time to put me to bed. We got a TV for the coronation, when the Queen coronation. And it was a little thing like that, black and white, about 9 inches across. I mean, the kids today would have hysterics, wouldn't they? I mean, can you imagine trying to watch the Queen's coronation in black and white on a little 9-inch screen? It's like the size of a fire, what do they call them, a fire stick, fire thing? Like the size of that. And everybody in the street came to watch it because nobody else had a telly. We were the only ones on the street with a telly. Yeah, I think it's only had one channel when we first got our telly. It just had BBC and then that was it. Hi, McGrath. I don't think there was even 2 channels when we got our first telly. And it used to go off in the evening. So the children's TV would be on for about an hour. And then it went off. And then it started up again with the news about 7 o'clock. That was so that they could get the kids bathed and ready for bed before the news came on. I mean, can you imagine today if they pulled the plug on the telly for an hour? Right now it's time for all the kids to go to bed. What? We were all supposed to be in bed by about 7. Yeah, our first telly was an 9-inch screen. And then you had to stand for the Queen when it went off. They used to play God Save the Queen, or they used to have a prayer at bedtime, and you'd have to listen to this prayer or this sermon, and then they used to play the national anthem, and then it went off. It never went on past midnight. There was no, yeah, yeah, the epilogue, yeah. Well, I never saw that for a long time unless I was poorly because obviously I was in bed before the epilogue. But I can remember it when I was a bit older, the epilogue coming on, yeah. Oh, yeah, the test card. I used to like the Potter's Wheel. Do you remember the Potter's Wheel? The interlude. Yeah, compared with you two, I had a very uneventful childhood. A little boring, but very uneventful. All these bits are flying up my nose. Oh, yeah, Watch with Mother. Used to listen to it on the radio as well. Used to listen to Toy Town. Oh God, you think about it. I don't think you would get over it at that age, Lou, or even later. Yeah, Toy Town. I mean, half of the programs now, they would probably say they're not suitable or they're racist or they're whatnot or whatever. The first program I ever saw was Coronation Street. We got a new television in colour and we also got ITV at the same time. So as the bloke came to deliver it and bring it, it was massive. It was like a big cocktail cabinet, huge, big thing. As he came to have doors, he used to shut the doors to, like he was ashamed to have a telly. He used to shut the doors. Um, and the first programme, he tuned it in for ITV, or it used to be called Granada in those days. And the first programme he tuned on was Coronation Street. And I can remember sitting there watching Coronation Street for the very, very first time. And then shortly after that, after we got the colour television, President Kennedy got shot. I can remember, sitting there in absolute shock. I didn't know like much about him because obviously I'm in the UK, but I remember it being in shock. Yeah. Oh, they'll enjoy doing that, Enid. Let them snap it all together. They'll enjoy it. Yeah, I can remember watching. We got our first colour telly, and yet some of the programs were still in black and white, and you're like, what? We have a colour telly now. I couldn't understand why some of the films were still in black and white. Oh, washing dishes. I think you've got a cafe going on the quiet here, Miguel. Calax are those lovely little square units, like where you can put your wool in and things. They all join together like a sort of like a bookcase, but in squares. That's what's Calax, yeah. I'm going to eat my cream egg because I'm sick of these bits and pieces flying up my nose from this wool. Do you know I did the pink, which was the same brand, and the pink didn't do it. Yeah, I would have loved to have Calax in my shed, but I couldn't afford it at the time. One day I'll change it all over and get rid of the plastic. Yeah, it was such a novelty getting this colour telly, wasn't it? And then you forget a black and white film and you're like, what? What's happening? My egg's got a crack in it. Can you see? That means it's going to be a bit dried up. Yeah, that little girl on the test card, she must be about 80 now, if that more. I wonder who she was. Oh, whistle. You're lucky they gave me toast. They said I had to eat crunchy stuff when I had my tonsils out. I said, where's my ice cream? They said, oh, we don't do that anymore. You need crunchy stuff now. She was Carol from Yorkshire. God, I bet she's about 80 or 90 now. She must be. Mm. At least it hasn't dried up. I'll be sad when Easter's over. Well, it's over, I know, but they only do cream eggs at certain times of the year. I think they should do them all year. Oh, I love them. I don't like the caramel ones. Only they definitely give me crunchy stuff. They are very sweet, yeah, very, very sweet. But they're only so small that, they're not over sickly. There. I think they should do them all year round. I would definitely buy them all year round. I remember one year I bought about 48 of them off Amazon. So I'd have them all year round. Trumped. Hmm. I don't like the caramel ones or any other ones except these. Hmm. Ariane used to watch those. Pew, pew, Barney McGrew, Cuthbert, Dibble and Grub. They were the firemen, weren't they? Were they in Trumpton or Candlewick Green? Can't remember. Yeah, Pew, pew, Barney McGrew, Cuthbert, Dibble and Grub. What was he called? The bloke where the sails were going round. Was it called Barney or something? Windy Miller. Windy Miller, Windy Miller, sharper than the thorn. Windy Miller, Windy Miller. What was the one with the little train that used to go across? There used to be a canal barge or something going underneath. Was that Candlewick Green? Listen, you're not as old as me. I can remember Muffin the Mule. We want Muffin, Muffin the Mule. Good old Muffin playing the fool. We want Muffin, everybody sing. We want Muffin the Mule. Muffin the Mule was really, so believable. He had strings that were thick like bits of string. Oh yeah, Andy Pandy. Looby-loo. Andy Pandy and Teddy and Loopy-loo. Who remembers that guy who used to go into this fancy dress and he used to go out the other side and he used to be somebody else or somebody else in the world? He used to go into the changing room, didn't he? Instead of coming out that way, he went the other way. Yeah. Is it Mr. Ben? See, these are all after my time, but I remember watching them with our Ian when he was small. But mine were all Muffin the Mule, Prudence Kitten, yeah. I used to like that. Does anybody else remember Torchy, Torchy, the battery boy? He's a walkie-talkie toy. Like Spotty Dog. Yeah, when I start singing Torchy, Torchy, the battery boy, everybody goes, what? What are you talking about? What Torchy? Showing my age up now. Yeah, there was the twins, wasn't there? Then there was Baby Wooden Top, which you never knew if he was a boy or a girl, Baby Wooden Top. They never actually said, did they, whether it was a boy or a girl? And I used to like the herb garden. Do you remember there's parsley, wasn't there, and all the others? Yeah, the herb garden. I can't remember the others. I think there was dill, wasn't there? Oh, oh, was it parsley? Yeah. And I remember watching the herb garden. Yeah, I used to like Prudence Kitten and her mittens. They have all the shows. Oh, they probably look dreadfully tame now, but we thought they were wonderful. Well, we'd never had telly before, had we? So we were all like a very like, ooh, audience, yeah, enthralled. It was just a new world, just the TV, because we'd only ever had cinema. And I'd never gone to the cinema really. I used to go to the Saturday matinees sometimes when we was kids. Used to watch Lassie and things like that. Lassie Come Home. And then the lads would all watch these cowboys, wouldn't they? And they'd come out of the cinema, wouldn't they, with the coat fastened round their neck, flying behind them, like going kapow, kapow, kapow. No, you're younger than us, Chris. You won't remember them all. A lot of them I only remember from my son, really. You know, they're not things that I remember from my own childhood. Oh, yeah, the double deckers, yeah. Skippy, 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 Skippy the bush kangaroo. And then there was like Lassie. Oh, he's in the mine, is he, Lassie? What's that? He's stuck in the mine. He was always down a well, weren't he? Stuck in the well or somewhere. We used to watch it all, didn't we? I bet it would all seem terribly tame now. Oh no, Skippy was a kangaroo. He was a bush kangaroo, but he used to do all sorts of things. Skippy, Skippy. Oh gosh, Dr. That was a cross-eyed lion, wasn't it, in Dr. I think. I think it was cross-eyed, wasn't it? Clara's the cross-eyed lion, that's it. Oh, it was all good fun. There was no violence back then in the cartoons, was there? Well, I can remember when Arian was little, they wanted him to stop watching Ninja Turtles because the kids in the playground were kicking holes in each other because they were being Ninja Turtles. Do you know that's something I never had when I was a kiddie? I never had a bear. You know, the people have always had teddy bears, haven't they? I never had a teddy bear. I had things word now, but I loved it. It had a little waistcoat on and earrings. And as I say, you can't even have them anymore now. Oh, wagon train, yeah. Wagon train never seemed to get anywhere, did it? It was always trundling across. I don't know where it was going to and where it was going from, but it was on years, weren't it? And it never got anywhere, did it, that wagon train? That old guy used to sit on the front. Oh yeah, Casey Jones. And he's on his train, yeah. I used to like the young guy that was on Casey Jones. Well, he wouldn't be young, would he? He'd be about 30 or something, but there was the old guy who drove the engine, and then there was that young one. No, I've had my coffee. I'm on. It's what is it? Passion Star Martini. Just trying to think what Irene used to watch. That thing about like the Martian. What was it called? It was a little weird creature. Oh gosh, yeah, we used to go to the pictures. I didn't go that often because it used to be ninepence, I think, and my mum didn't always have ninepence, but sometimes I was allowed to go, yeah. Yeah, that Martian. It was like a blobby thing, wasn't it? Can't think what it was called now. No, it wasn't my favourite Martian. It was a little creature. Oh, I've just dismantled my light. Hang on a minute. Oh, I've just undone my light. Oh, wait a moment while I reconnect it. I get my feet in it sometimes and it pulls apart from the plug. Oh, for goodness sakes. Which is the other half of it? Where's the bit gone? Oh, there it is. Oh, for goodness sake. Not having a good time here. Oh, blinded by the light. Oh, I think that's brighter than it was before. Yeah, the Jetsons. I think they were saying something about the Jetsons. He was something or other, 36 or something in the Jetsons. So he would have been born like this year. Yeah, I never knew what they'd said, wrapped up like a juice, another roller in the night. I could never understand what they said. There's a lot of songs like that. You listen to them and you listen to them and you think, what did he just say? What did he say? You can understand why people sing all the wrong words, can't you? Yeah, I mean, nowadays you can look them up on Google, can't you? You can look what the words are. So you can actually know what they say. I know there was another one, it said, my baby's got no money. He's got his, and it says like, they sound like he's got his trombolese. And I thought, what on earth is a trombolese? And it was strong beliefs. Yeah, I love it when Peter Kay does that, what he thinks they say. It's so funny. Yeah, I never knew what trombolese was. And it was strong beliefs. But they just don't say it. Yeah, I thought that's what it was. Denise. I thought it can't be saying that, can they? Oh, I'll be glad when I finish this sleeve. I've got the bands to do. And then I've got the band that goes round the waist to do yet. So I'm nowhere near finished when I finish this sleeve. The pink one didn't take me that long, but this blue one seems to be going on forever. But this blue one's got more fluff coming off it. It's really aggravating. It gets in your eyes, it goes up your nose, it gets in your mouth. Yeah, I love watching that Peter Kay version of what he thinks people say. Yeah. I never saw that person, Miguel. Anybody else see that comment to Miguel? giving a hen a soap video. I don't remember seeing that comment. I know when my son used to say that to me when I was younger, he used to say, Mum, it's not that you've got a bad voice. He said, it's just that you make your own words up to all the songs. Did I tell you I'm going to join a singing group? It's at the local church, and it said doesn't matter if you can't sing, it's just people who enjoy singing, yeah? Yeah, your burgers are the best. I love that video of Peter Kay, yeah. I don't know who that is, Miguel. Why did you write that on your videos? I just get people writing links to sites, you know, that we won't mention on here, but they're adults, let's say. I just keep reporting them as pornography. Oh, it's getting up my nose, this loving thing. Miguel, where are you getting this from? It's not on here. It must be on your videos. I know he's funny, Peter Kay, yeah. But where does she leave? Oh, God. Where does she leave these comments, Miguel? Because they're not on here. Must be on your videos. Well, there is Cuba, isn't there? John must have gone to the pub. Yeah, he must have. No, I don't know whether he's a medic or not. He's just says UK medic. He's just talking about the Peter Kay and his funny things he says when he gets the words wrong. Oh, you are a paramedic. Oh, good for you. Oh my goodness me. My nose is going to be like a Rudolph in a bit if I don't stop having to itch it. There's all these bits flying off this. Oh, how many more rows have I got to do before I finished increasing? You've never been on here before. Well, welcome. We do get a lot of trolls on here, but mostly we're good people. We just have a good time. But sadly, we do get a few weirdos. Miguel, where is this woman making comments? Because she's not on here. Oh, yeah, well, we're sort of like a crafting channel in a way, UK Medit, but we cover a lot of topics. The only thing we say is we say no politics, no religion, no homophobia, no controversy. You know what I mean? We just say keep it nice. Yeah, that's what we say. Miguel, where is this woman making comments? Because she's not on here. Oh, dearie me. There's too much of that going on today, isn't there? Too many people are a bit knife happy. It's a sad thing. Sad thing these days. It's becoming common and it shouldn't be. It's an awful thing. Did you see this woman who's from Cuba that's making comments to Miguel? Because I haven't. Oh, I know, stabbings are too common. It's awful that they're becoming common. She might be in Canada, Miguel, but she's not on here. Miguel confuses me at times. You think he's seeing things that's not on here at all. Where is she making the comments, Miguel? This is what we're trying to get out of you. Where is she making the comments? She making the comments on your videos? Ah, right. The way you were talking, I thought you meant she was on here because I was saying nobody else can see her. You're confusing me, Miguel. The way you're talking, I thought she was supposed to be on here. Oh, can we go back to Trumpton? It was a lot easier. It was a lot easier when we were talking about childhood memories. It's not often I get confused, but I'm confused now. I'm really confused now. Yeah, can we go back to the cartoons, yeah? I've not been to Wroxham. I've heard of Wrexham. Was that the same thing? No, Enid, you're not imagining things. It's Miguel confusing a lot of us. Enid, she made a comment on his YouTube videos, not on here. This is what Miguel is not making plain. You must be delirious, yeah. Hello, Esther. Coming to the madhouse. It's going a little bit wobbly here. I've got two sleeping babies here. 2, 4, 6, 8. Who do we appreciate? 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 30, 32, 34, 36, 38, 40, 42, 44, 46, 48, 50, 53. I don't wonder you're confused, Lydia. I'm more than confused. More than confused. I know. It's Miguel trying to confuse us all. He's talking about comments that are on his YouTube channel, not comments that are on here. So this is where we're getting confused. because the way he was writing it, it sounded like he was on here. This channel is going a little bit to the dogs. Not my dogs, because my dogs are sleeping. Yeah, Blackjack's Genie. Curly whirlies. Sherry lips. Fruit salad, yeah. No, I've not had Baby Ruth candy bars. Are they American? Not had them. Well, don't bring her on here, they'll eat it. Oh, I need to lie down. I need to lie down. It's not usually this crackers on here, I'm telling you. I think I need to lie down as well. Oh, ambiance. Miguel, you're overwhelming me today. So usually Miguel's saying he's confused. Now it's me that's saying I'm confused. Tra la 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 la. Let's all sing the Banana Split song. La 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 la. Ooh, a bright red helicopter. Woohoo! Have we confused you completely, Rebecca? I hope not. We'll see you all later. Good night. Have a nice weekend. I think we'll all need to go to lie down afterwards. After tonight. Oh, oh, have you got a channel of your own? I watch the TV programs, that are like ambulances and responses. Some of them are so funny. I mean, I know some of them are tragic, but some of them are so funny. Hi, Yana, Dick with Karen. You sure you so I can't. I couldn't get that out. You share breakfast with Russell Crowe. I don't know why my teeth weren't working on that little bit, but they weren't. Oh, I think I'm lagging behind with this. I can't say that I know him. I'm just sitting here watching all these conversations going by, thinking, "Am I in the right? Am I in the right? Am I in the right channel? Even though it's mine." Oh dear! What's going on? I don't think she's going to put it under her dress. I don't think I'm on the right channel here. I think my channel's drifted into something else. He's pulling your leg, Enid. He's pulling your leg. You don't get a nice calm chat on here, love. I tell you, it can get a bit. It can get a bit crazy. Oh dear. Allergies usually are a safe topic, but not when there's anybody about. Oh God. Oh, we're all nice in here. It's just that we have a bit of a laugh every now and again. Yeah, the conversations get a little bit mixed up, don't they? So somebody starts answering somebody else's what they think is their conversation, and it gets a little bit hectic. What about a drone? Oh, there's no haters on here, no. We get a few trolls, we call them. A few weirdos we get on occasionally, but we usually weed them out and get rid of them. We all know each other on here, so we all pretty. We can take the mickey out of each other, but it's all light-hearted. There's no nastiness. I know some channels are full of drama, but we don't have it on here. We have a laugh. But yeah, we get them occasionally. We usually manage to get rid of them, but sometimes they're a pain. The little French bulldog is snoring a little head off here. Rosie's flat out by the door. Don't know whether you can hear her or not. I don't think my camera's long enough to reach her. I don't think it is. No, she's behind the bag. You can't quite see her. No, you can't see her. And the other one's right by the door, so you can't see her either. Join my Patreon. Oh God, I am so fed up with people saying they're going to do Patreon and all this jazz. I'm like, oh no, go away. I'm joining nobody's. You know what my feelings are about Patreon. Patreon is about if they provide something extra for that money. But I don't like it when they're just blatantly begging for money. I don't like that. You know that. Oh gosh. You're with hems, but it's nothing to do with sewing. We'll have to explain that to Miguel, otherwise he'll think you're down him while you're up in the air. Oh dear. No, I wouldn't bother Miguel. Oh, I don't like pizza. Hello, sweetie pie. Have you woke up? Have you woken up, right? Have you? Have you? She's woken up. I still don't think you can see her. Oh, yeah, you can. There she is. Can you see her? Say hello, Trixie. Hello, baby. What can you sniff? What can you sniff? Hello, baby. There she is. There's our Trixie. What you doing, Baba? What you doing, Baba? Come here. Hang on, sweetheart. Mm, 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 mm. Come in across. God, you weigh a ton. Oh, she might only be little, but she's flipping solid. There she is. Pretty face. Only a mother could love. Can you hear her sniffing? Sniffity, sniffity, sniff. Sniffity, sniffity, sniff. Sniffy, sniffy. She's cute. Like not. She weighs a ton. Did she get a tiara? No, she didn't. She got a rosette. No, it's the other one. This is Trixie Belle. Solid. She might be little, but she's heavier. We could do with a surgeon on this dog. Oh, honest, I don't know what she weighs, but she weighs a ton. Don't you? Look at her face for a change. Rob is UK medic. Keep up, Baggy. Keep up with the beat. Or is it Baggy? Don't you think she looks like Winston Churchill? I do. I think she looks just like Winston Churchill. Yeah. That face. We are not amused. She's got ears like a bat. She's staring at herself. Hey, you daddy? Her face only her mother could love. She weighs a ton. Look at solid, and it's solid. That's her shaved bit. Can you see where they shaved her? It's growing back now. Where they had to shave her. The little tail's got to see the little tail. It's like a little pig, isn't it? She's looking at herself. She's heavy. I wouldn't like to carry her far. Yeah. What you doing, Baba? Yeah, what you doing? I don't know what this one weighs. Oh, she's twice as heavy as Gigi. She doesn't. She wriggles too much to be held. Are you going on the chair? Mm-hmm. Yeah, Baba. Go on the chair. Go on the chair. Oh, on the chair. Good girl. Oof. She looks like Winston Churchill, doesn't she? Oh, hello. Where we going? Hang on. She's on a mission. What are you doing, little girl? She's sort of house trained in inverted commas. So I'm just hoping she doesn't go off for a whittle somewhere. Well, the other dog, she looks like, you know, the lady in the tramp. She looks like the tramp. She is so cute though, Rosie. I love Rosie to bits. I kind of like Trixie, but Rosie's my favourite. I know you shouldn't have favourites of your children, should you? But oh, hello, where's she gone now? Who knows where she's gone now? If she's doing a whittle somewhere, I'll kill her. You take your eyes off her for 2 seconds and she does a whittle. What are you doing, little girl? Are you behaving? Don't want any wee-wees. Oh, hell, where's she gone now? You can't trust her. Oh, oh, thank you, Rob. It's nice to have you on board. We're quite a decent channel. We're always getting told that people like to come on here because we are quite friendly and everything. Oh dear. What are you doing, you? Oh, hello, Rose. Oh, God. Talk about poke the sleeping drunk monkey and she will awake. Hello, my Rose. Hello. Now, you're my baby, aren't you? Now, this one is my baby. Isn't she beautiful? She is so beautiful. Rosie, darling, what are you doing? What are you doing, sweetheart? Hey? Yeah, she's a beautiful girl, aren't you? You're a big girl. You're a big girl. Hey? What are you doing, darling? Hey? I don't know why, but she's just got a kind of face, Rosie. She's a scruffy little dog, and yet she's so pretty. You know, I do love little mongrels. They're nice, aren't they? Yeah, we're every Saturday at 9. Rain or shine, we're always here, aren't we? Unless something befalls, and then somebody else usually takes over. Oh, yeah, you have to bring your own mug. We don't supply coffee and biscuits. You have to bring your own. I know Trevor's had COVID, and he's not been well at all. We've not had Isaac tonight, and Shad, oh, I don't know. Yeah, Trev came on briefly last week, Miguel. Maybe you were sleeping. And he said he'd had COVID and he wasn't very well. Oh, here's Shad. Oh, Shad, I'm so sorry. Oh, dear. I know how much you love that little dog. It's so sad when you lose a friend, isn't it? I know how devastated I was when I've lost mine. We have to think that they're out of pain now. It's what we've got to think. I know it's a horrible But we've got to think that I was devastated when we lost our puppy. Yeah, he's out of pain, Shad. Out of pain. My Buster looks off over me all the time. Can you see him? There he is. He's above my head all the time. I know. It's sad. We've got these two now, but you still don't forget your others, yeah. Only today I found loads and loads of photographs of Gigi. Yeah. Oh, yeah, I'm getting emotional now. So I'm so sorry, Shad. I know what it's like. Oh, well, I'm hoping that these two outlive me. You know, I don't know how long Frenchies live. Um, but I hope I don't lose another one. I hope they're here long after me. Yeah, sadly they don't. Oh, it's a good job I'm not a medic, Rob. I'm already too heavy. The plane would never get off the ground if I ate any more cake. Yeah. We said we wouldn't have another, um, but we got Rosie before we lost Poppy. So it wasn't like when we got Trixie, we weren't replacing a dog, if you know what I mean. Um, she was just like an extra. Yeah. We've lost too many. They don't live long enough, do they? That's the problem. Just, you know, they have to go too soon. Oh, now I'm all sad now. Ah, oh, they've settled back down again. Rosie's settled on the sofa now. Well, my two cats. How's the drink going? It's not doing too bad. I've drunk that one and I'm on another one now. Yeah, I left my two cats behind in the garden where I moved, but Buster is in a box behind the light, behind the flower light. Yeah, that's where my Buster is. Irene said to me the other day, "What do you want to do with him?" And I said, "I want him with me." So he's got to hang on to Buster's little box until I pass away, and then I want Buster with me. You're busy ringing people gossiping. What were you gossiping about? Or was it a secret that you're gossiping about? Oh, my headache's come back now. My tablets have worn off. You got to go with tornado warning. Oh, stay safe, Shad. Don't be going in that tent. You don't want you getting blown away with your sirens. Sausage roll? No, it's not like a. It's a sausage in pastry. Yeah, Rob is UK medic, in case you're wondering, John. I've got a headache. Again. My tablets have worn off. My fingers have gone numb since I took off my support. They all sound right, demic, don't I? Don't ask me what a demic is. My mother used to say that word. Hello, Jackie. When they put records on the TV sometimes and they say, these are the 90s records, and I'm thinking, oh, I thought that was my music. And it'll cover for your car, only if you've got a dinky. Oh, there's nothing wrong with a bit of ordinary mustard. I'm just going to say, Jeannie, what's green mustard? I thought that was one I've not heard of before. This knitting is making my finger ends go dead. I've got carpal tunnel syndrome on my left hand, in case anybody's wondering. Well, they all must be her babies because they're all white, aren't they, like the mum? Yeah, there's so many different kinds of mustard, isn't it? I think I've been to your church. Don't start that again. All right, Jeannie. The daddy's all white, so your other little rooster isn't the daddy, though. You thought somebody was strangling a cat. No, it was my singing, probably. Good night, Jeannie. I thought Abner couldn't do it, so who did you have a stray rooster knocking about, or what happened then? Oh, good night, Lydia. Oh, your other Silky turned out to be a rooster. Oh, that's handy, isn't it? So you've got two roosters now. That's okay if you want a load of chickens. Oh, they probably. I don't care. Anyway, I'm only going for the sing-song. I'm not particularly religious, but I'm just going for the singing. Well, if they are all roosters, you can pass them on to somebody who wants a rooster. Yeah, I know I can't sing, but I enjoy singing. When I had a car, I used to love to sing as I was going along. But you have to remember to shut up, don't you, when you get near traffic lights? Otherwise, even if they can't hear you, you look a bit of a twit, don't you, going at the traffic lights? Yeah, I love singing, but I know I can't. But they said it didn't matter. They just said so long as you... People on the street singing? No, not really. Manchester did. Manchester, we had people playing all kinds of instruments, violins, guitars, everything. There's a bloke in Cleveland who plays an organ, electric organ thing. Oh. In Blackpool, I don't know. I very rarely go. I think I've only been twice. Maybe they do in Blackpool, I don't know. I told you before, Miguel, I don't like Blackpool. I'm a bit of a snob. It's just down the road, but it's tacky. Tacky and tatty. The Vegas of the North. You must be joking. Definitely not like Vegas. It's shabby, decrepit, falling to bits, full of drunks, full of people asking you for money. Have to be drunk. You have to be a drug addict to live there, I tell you. They must have its nice bits, but I don't know where they are. Kiss me quick cats. Oh my god, and the stench of hot dogs and stinky donuts. Ooh. Ugh. Hen do's and stag nights. People vomiting in the street. It's lovely in Blackpool. You ought to thank your lucky stars you don't. You're not a medic up here. They're all drunk. Oh, I'd hate it to be in Blackpool. Well, the fun fair, you've got to pay, I think it's about £16 to go in, and I don't go on any rides, but I'd still have to pay £16 to go in. I mean, at one time you could go in for free, but you just paid for your rides, which is fairer. But if people don't want to go on the rides, they've still got to pay £16 just to go in the fun fair. Ben could get me in. Unfortunately, he doesn't work on that fun fair. He works on the travelling fun fairs, Ben. The ones that pack up and move around. I never even liked it much as a kid. I preferred to go to the other places. Oh, it wasn't the cotton candy I hated. It was all the horrible stench of the oil that they use for the donuts. They use some really cheap kind of oil. The smell of it knocks me sick. Oh, yeah, we call it candy floss here. Flip of the dolphin. Toffee apples, they always had bad, soft, horrible apples in the middle. They must have bought the cheapest acid apples they could find that were going bad and cover them with toffee. Yeah, they were always brown in the middle, the, the apples. Or they were sour. Oh, no, I never liked them. Now, our popcorn used to be always butter popcorn, and it was lovely. I don't like ordinary, unflavoured popcorn. I don't like that at all. Nanu, nanu. If you're in the UK, what about rainbow? And they all slept together in the one bed. It's a bit strange, isn't it? Ooh. You went to Blackpool once, never again, yeah. I live near it now, sadly. People are always saying, have you been to Blackpool? No. I only like butter popcorn. I don't like the salted popcorn and the. Mm. Yeah, when they were always all in the same bed, weren't they? You've got Las Vegas, Southend on Sea. I bet it's better than Blackpool. You ought to thank your lucky stars you're not a medic in Blackpool. There'll be all overdoses and drunks, people throwing themselves in the water when they've had too much to drink. Sea rescues. I've had to put my thing back on again. My carpal tunnel's making my fingers buzz. Russell Lou? No, I haven't. Oh, they chuck themselves in the sea when they're drunk in here, Miguel. I don't know whether they think they can fly or what. They go off the end of the pier and all sorts of things. They're all mad. Yeah, Mark Corioson, coming. Yeah, well, they do frequently drown, Miguel. When they've had a few, they think they can fly. The worst thing I ever went to, we went on um, what do you call it, a mystery day out. And we finished up in Hull. Now, Hull is like Beirut, honestly, on a Saturday night. They are, oh, the dog vans were flying up and down, the sirens were flying up and down. I didn't go out. I stayed in the hotel. I wouldn't even venture out the door. But one of the, our party that went out, she said there was a bride sitting in the gutter, drunk as a skunk, throwing up everywhere, saying, "Where's me effing husband? I've lost me effing husband." I thought, oh, what a joyful wedding that must have been. Night night, Tracy, if you're going, night night. Oh, I just looked out my bedroom window, in the hotel and watched it all going on. I've not been to Skegness, and I'm pretty untravelled. I was saying that the other day. For all I'm, the age I am, I've done very little travelling. I've always tended to go down south, like Devon, Cornwall, South Wales, places like that. I don't think I've ever been upwards at all. I've been to Scotland twice. But places like, oh, I've been to Greece, I've been to Spain, I've been to France, uh, I've been to the Canary Islands, yeah. But I'm not that travelled. I've never been to America. I mean, not when I was younger. When I was fit enough and young enough, I never had the money to go to America. And now I wouldn't be able to do the flight. It's not that I don't want to go to America. The long flight would put me right off, yeah. I've not been to Great Yarmouth before I was married. And my son's 52. So it was a long time ago since I've been in Great Yarmouth. And even then, we were on there for the day because I was we were on a boat, on the Norfolk Broads. And we just had a day in Great Yarmouth. We just moored up and went looking round really for a day. Mm. How long of a drive is it to Sue? Oh, I would imagine about 5 or 6 hours to get to Sue's. I don't know how much it is in miles, yeah. Well, I loved the Norfolk Broads when I went, but bear in mind it was so many years ago. It's probably a lot busier now. We went kind of mid 60s. We went, yeah. Yeah, I would imagine it's very busy in the summer. I can imagine it's like twice, 3 times as busy as it was when we were there. I think we went at the right time, if you know what I mean. Why are you abroad, Kaz? No, it was quite quiet when we were there. There was like herons and all sorts on the back, the banks, and we were just going. We worked in Arizona. Blimey. No, I would have gone to America if I'd have had the money years ago, but now it's too much of a journey for me now. with my medical problems and stuff. I can't sit in one place for long, and my legs would seize up, and I'd be frightened to death of getting a DVT until I was going to say DVD. Oh God, yeah, the pilot took our boat underneath Potter Hyam, and he nearly took the top off the boat because it was quite a powerful boat, the one we'd hired, and as he went under the bridge, the front lifted up, and he nearly took the he nearly took the top of the boat off. I'm glad it wasn't us. I'm glad it was the pilot and not us. Yeah, I've been to Devon a lot, Devon and Cornwall. It's always where we used to sort of wind up. I don't know why we always wound up. Yeah, Potter Hyam, it's only very low, isn't it? Unless they've done something to it over the years. But going underneath it was terrible small. Yeah, they wouldn't let us go underneath it. You had to have a pilot to take you underneath it. It's still the same, is it? Oh, I've not been back. I did enjoy that holiday, though. England, I would imagine it is a nice place to visit if you've. It would be a complete culture shock if you come from America, I think. You know, my mum and dad loved Canada. They absolutely loved it when they went. They preferred it to America, actually. Although they didn't see much of America, I've got to be honest. But they did love Canada. I was talking about that today, saying I wished I'd have done more travelling when I was younger. I wished I had. I was just a bit of a chicken. I never would go anywhere on my own. And I never really had the money to go travelling. Although, people used to just hoist a backpack on, didn't they? And just used to go. But I was too much of a coward, I think, to ever do that. I always needed somebody to hold my hand. I was never confident enough to go places on my own. I mean, half of my family, my cousins, a load of them. Some are in America, some are in Canada, some in Australia, some in New Zealand. I've got some in Abu Dhabi. I've got some over in South Africa. I've my cousins must be all more adventurous than I've ever been. Oh, I've got some in Spain. I've got cousins all over the place, really. They must have been more adventurous than I ever was. I mean, some of them are a lot older than I am, yeah. Yeah, I could do a whistle stop tour. Oh, my family. Your ear hurts. Why? What you been doing? Has a chicken pecked it? I've not been to that many places, really. I've been Spain, France, Canary Islands, Greece. But I've never been to like Italy. I need a medic. I need one of my own. After nearly falling off my scooter on Wednesday, but that's another story. Yeah. My son wants to go to India. I don't like curries and spicy foods, so I know I wouldn't like India. Not saying I wouldn't like the scenery, probably would, but I'd probably be poorly all the time with my stomach. I've got hiatus hernia and IBS, so anything a little bit spicy just sets me off. Oh, I still love ABBA. What's wrong with a bit of ABBA? Corfu sounds nice, doesn't it? And Italy sounds lovely. I watch these programs that, like these ones that do cruising. There's Jane MacDonald and Susan Calman. And I used to watch Michael Palin, when he went all around the world and stuff. And I used to love all that sort of stuff. And Chris Tarrant, he does a lot, doesn't he, on the railways and that. And I think to myself, oh, why did I not do more when I was younger? Because I've left it too late now. Left it too late. Mum and Dad always wanted to go on a cruise. They did manage to get onto about 4 different cruises before they had to stop. They were too old to go. But, oh, you're going to retire. You're still only a youngster by the sound of it, Rob. Yeah. If I had loads of money and I could travel first class, business class, that'll be okay. I reckon I could stretch my legs out and have a sleep if I went business class, yeah. Well, hello there, Trevor. We've got a medic in the house if you're still feeling poorly. We've got a newbie. UK medic. He's called Rob. Yeah. I hope you're feeling better, Trev. Oh, Trevor's been poorly. He's had the COVID. Oh, I don't mind you sending me love, Lou. I'll take all the love I can get, yeah. Yeah, when I win the lottery tonight, there might be somebody else doing the live next week. Yeah, right. And when I get that 7 million, no, 7,000, weren't it? That scammer is trying to give me, yeah. If it had been a pregnancy test with me, it would have been a miracle. I'd sell my story to the whatever the paper is these days. We used to always say the news of the world, but it doesn't exist now. Oh, how nice, Lou. Yeah, Miguel's new chicks. It sounds good, that, doesn't it? Miguel's got 5 new chicks. Hi, Jane. Yeah. Well, Rosie's on the sofa now asleep. Trixie's gone back to sleep on the chair. Two sleepy people. Well, my son and his friend are still out, dirty stop outs, yeah. 40 ounces of water, I'd be floating if I had 40 ounces of water. I'd be floating or peeing, one of the two. Mr. Marsh, we don't know. You never emailed him, did you, Miguel? So he never came back, yeah. Yeah, well, I'm only staying on until the boys come back. The boys, they're both in the 50s. But you know what I mean, the boys come back and then they can put the dogs out for their last piddle of the night and then I can go to bed then. I can go to beddy bones. You've eaten a burnt orange. How do you manage to burn an orange? You're not an oldie, Rob. You're still a chicken, a spring chicken. Compared with me, you must be. How do you burn an orange, Trevor? I've never cooked an orange. Yeah, I could do a few weeks without eating. I could easily do a few weeks without eating. But how do you burn an orange? Do you put it in a pan and burn it? Or put something warm next to your ear, warm flannel or something. That's what I usually do. Over the gas cooker. Oh, you mean like when you burn a tomato? I never did get that. When they stick tomatoes over the flame till they all go burnt. The chicken must have pecked it, Chris. Well, you need to put a warm flannel on it or we'll put a scarf on it or something. But yeah, you could wear a rosy wrap over your ears. Keep your ears warm. Make yourself a headband. You can be like Sylvester Stallone's mother. I've got to have my fourth injection. I don't want a rosy wrap. No, 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 no. Oh, my giddy aunt. I bet you get a few funny replies, don't you, Rob? Oh, Nathan used to sit and eat pickles, didn't he? No, I've been invited to go for my fourth one. I haven't looked it up yet. Oh, my Lady Jane. I don't know, Mister. No, it wasn't Lady Jane, was it? It was Paris. I could do with a Paris at the moment, but I've nowhere to put her. Yes, it is Enid, yeah. When I had it, I used to eat a poached egg, struggle to eat a poached egg a day. I tell you, I lost 2.5 stone when I had it. And all I would drink would be Vimto. You're on the Caledonia sleeper to Edinburgh. Are you going to a show or something, or are you just going for a holiday? I couldn't fast. Unless I'm ill, then I'd just really go off food. You gone on a holiday? Oh, how lovely. Oh, you don't sound it, Rob. Oh, I'm being chatted up by somebody called Adams Roberts, whoever he might be. I'm 76 dear, so I'm very much older than you. You're chickens. Oh, and you're a chicken. He needs only a baby. No, I think Miguel's a bit older than you, Enid. You're staying 26, are you, Chris? Yeah. I'm supposed to be getting my fourth. I haven't booked it yet, though. I think Chris is 26 in his imagination. I know he's not a golden oldie, but I think he's a little bit older than 26. Kelly answered somebody on Facebook yesterday. She said that she was working full time and she was still at college, so she hadn't got time. Hmm. Well, I don't know whether it works or not. I've not had it since. I mean, I had corona. I had COVID before anybody else. You're talking 2019 when I had mine. Or was it 2020? It was many moons ago. Um, so I can't say that the injections don't work because, touch wood, I've not had it since. Yeah. Yeah, I had AstraZeneca for the first two. And then I had Pfizer for the third one. And God knows what I'll get for the fourth one. You've been making hats on your knitting machine. I've got an Haddy. It's in the shed. Oh yeah, the ambulance. Yeah, had to come for me. It's the first time I've ever had an ambulance in my life. Oh no, I tell a lie. I had an ambulance when I was about. Oh my God. I could do more with myself, a beautiful goddess with a lovely smile. Oh, go away. Does he think I'm stupid? Honestly. I already had one off a guy offering me 7,000 for all he needed was my address. Yeah, like he's going to get that. Honestly, they must think you come over on a boat or you were born yesterday. Yeah, he said to me, "Why do you think it's a scam?" Because it's really obvious. It's really obvious. Who else? Who gives you £7,000 for nothing? It's obvious it's a scam. Hey, much as I would like £7,000, I ain't going to answer him and he ain't having my address. I've never heard of it. It doesn't sound like a scam. Oh, yeah. Why, when I've Googled it, is there no trace of this so called award? You're waiting for a marriage proposal. Who from? Who's going to propose to you, Rob? Shall we buy a hat? Oh, you mean mine from him? Oh, gosh. Not even going to answer him. I get one a week. I mean, come on. Beautiful? Heh, passable, maybe, but beautiful? No. I look in the mirror, I know what I see. You are a beautiful lady. You get one a decade. No, I get one a week. They must think that I'm a certain age. I must be desperate because I've not got a man. That I'm going to fall for some kind of claptrap telling me how beautiful I am. And I'm so dumb, I'm going to realise, I'm going to think, oh, they're so genuine, yeah. Yeah, yeah, Kaz needs a garden doing. Can you do that? Fly it upside down and strim a lawn while you're down there. You don't get it. Oh, God, I get about one a week. They're always so-called American generals, airmen, something. God knows where they pinch the pictures from. Oh, they're not genuine, Miguel. They're all scammers. If it was somebody old, fat and ugly, about 60, 70 years old, telling me I was beautiful, there's a chance I might believe them. But, somebody who obviously looks. Oh, good night, John. Oh, you got off the fireman, you're on the paramedics now, no? At my age, I start looking at funeral directors. Oh, no, but you know what I mean, Luke. They've obviously got fake profiles. There's nothing on their profile except, a picture that they've probably stolen from somewhere else. you know, they're not genuine people. So I just go, yeah, yeah, yeah. I don't know who falls for all this. Oh, you're so beautiful. Oh, you're so lovely. You've got a beautiful smile. Yeah, I don't have none of that. None of that rubbish. Well, I thought my son would have been home by now. I can't go to bed until these little ones have been out for the wee and stuff. I've been single for 13. I've been single for a lot of years. No, I don't want to believe that nonsense now. I know it's awful when you can't taste things, isn't it? You're going to check your chickens. We've got a lot more chickens to check, haven't you know? You've been married for almost 12 years. Oh my God. You're a glutton for punishment, ain't it? Have you ever been married, Rob? Or are you one of the bewildered like me? I was married, but I'm definitely not married now. I'm happy to be so. I'm not touted for trade. I'm not one of these women who can't live without a man, you know what I mean? They come in handy when you want something painted, decorated, or something like that. Oh, God, no. You weren't one of those who cut your own hair, were you? You've never been married, Chris. The girl's not been married. Shad was married once, I think, or maybe twice. I've been married once. Once was enough. I don't know how people are on the third and the fourth. Oh, you're waiting for Kaz, right? Okay. Oh, yeah. Kaz is quite open about the fact she wants a gardener. Now, I want one that's about 90, um, no relatives, rich, and doesn't want to take Viagra. Oh, dear. 90 loaded, dying, no relatives to inherit. Yeah. And definitely can't raise a smile. He just wants me for my charm, my brain. A bit lacking in that department, but never mind. He might want me for my brain. Yeah, I mean, I've got my son, but I still need a handyman. Because my son's like, yeah, yeah, I'll do that. Yeah, yeah, I'll do it. But then it's always the wrong day, the wrong time. Oh, I've not got my drill, or my drill needs charm. He wants me for my crochet. I wish he would. Wish somebody wanted me for me crocheting. I am going to a business type meeting, Trev. A local business meeting. Take your business card, it says. Um, they meet twice a month, I think. So it might be interesting to go and see what goes on. Yeah. Oh yeah, don't be. Listen, Kaz will have you rewiring the house. Well, my son's okay when you can track him down into doing something. You know, he's always, oh yeah, I'll do it for you. Yeah, yeah, I'll do it for you, mum. Yeah. But it's like, when? When will you do it for me? You know, it's kind of, could you fit it in before I die? you know, because I might not be around next year. No, I've not seen your house. You need it. Thankfully, we've more or less finished this house. We haven't done the front drive. The front drive and the front of the house is an absolute disaster. I just point it out, We live in the house without the drive, yeah. The one with the mud and the pebbles, yeah. You tried it once and you didn't like it. What was that, marriage? I just chose the wrong man, or the wrong man chose me, whichever way around it was. We were two people who should never have married each other. What he wanted out of life, I didn't know. Oh, blimey. No, I married Casanova, let's just say, and leave it at that. God's gift to women is what I married. So that's why. And the second time I did almost, well, not decide to get married, but I was in a long-term relationship. And he turned out to be the blooming same. So I lost faith in men after that. Decided, no, stay single. Oh, I've got little hairs all up my nose and everywhere. Oh, that's even worse, Kaz. It's bad enough if you own it and things won't do it. Caspian Sea? I never even heard of the Caspian Sea. I'm not very good at geography. Failed it. I was never any good at that. I don't even know where England where things are. I don't know if it's up or down from me. I didn't know whether it was up or down when I lived in Manchester. And now I've moved, I'm even less likely to know if it's up or down. I've not dipped my toe in the sea here either. I believe it's very cold. I don't know if it's the Irish Sea, which sea it is, but it's cold. I can't walk over the pebbles anyway to get to the sand, to get to the sea. And I certainly can't get down there on my scooter. She's snoring again, little one. Rosie's still fast asleep on the. I think it's the Irish Sea where I am, Kaz, although, my geography's rubbish. I know, we're star-crossed lovers, Rob, you and I. Oh dear. I think it's the Irish Sea. I'm no good at geography, I've told you. It is the Irish Sea. Good. Mm. You've got the Thames estuary. I think Trevor's near the Thames, aren't you, Trevor? I'm not quite certain. I think Trev's in London somewhere. You've got the Atlantic. I want warm sea. You know the kind of sea when you dip your toe in, it's like standing in the bath. That's the kind of sea I would paddle in. That's the kind of sea I would put my swimsuit on for. But if you think I'm getting in the water here, you've got another thing coming. You've got 2,000 miles of water. I have seen the Thames. In fact, I've been down the Thames on one of them big cruisy boaty things, you know, that you tourists take. You've got sharks. Well, you can keep sharks. I'm not paddling in nothing where there's sharks. They do swim in the sea here, brave people. They're usually wearing wetsuits, I must say. You're a blue light emergency gardener and a builder. I would love a bath, but we've got the hot tub, which I very seldom use, to be quite honest. Problem with London is tourism. I've only been a few times to London. When I was young, I haven't been for years. I think the last time I went, I'd be in my 30s. Might have been 40. Not been for a long time. When you see a helicopter parked in your drive. Oh, Billy, he's lovely, isn't he? He's really as dim as he seems. They always make fun of him, don't they? I wonder what he does now, or is he retired? Because I don't do the DIY SOS, yeah. It's nearly 1 o'clock. Come on, where's my family? We're probably having a kebab or something on the way home. I want them to come home and then I can go to bed. Challenge Annika. Oh, I remember that, yeah. Is he really as dumb as they make him out to be, or is it just an act with Billy? Yeah, you could have Alan Titchmarsh, couldn't you, come and do your garden? Could have Alan Titchmarsh come and do our front. The sea of mud. It's so quiet. The seagulls have stopped seaguling. There's not a soul about. The milkman will come in a bit. He comes about 1 o'clock. Not to us, we don't have him. They all by myself. Yeah, it could be mine as well, couldn't it? Your chickens are not ready to go to roost. Well, tell them it's time, the dirty stopouts. It's time to go to bed. Yeah, that bloke faking his death. Apparently, he used to go out in his car and drive around, didn't he? You like Shirley Valentine? Hello, Wall. My ex-husband's like Shirley Valentine's husband. I'm not eating this. Pushing it across the table. He never did that quite, but he used to say, "What's this supposed to be?" It's no wonder I've got no confidence in cooking, is it? Well, I'll eat it, but don't make it again. Hmm. Or is there anything on a sandwich I could have instead of this? Yes, dear. Mm. Oh, I'm really tired. I wish I'd hurry up and come home. I think they must be walking home from Fleetwood. What time do the pubs shut? Or have they gone to a club? I just keep hoping they'll come home. Whew. Ain't nobody here but us chickens. Everybody on the street's gone to bed. I'm shattered. I want to go to bed. I've been on 3 hours and 48 minutes and I'm tired. And I daren't go to bed because these two will piddle somewhere. They'll probably come in. Very happy. Your bed's calling you, my bed's calling me. Not the same one that you're in. My bed's calling me. Where's my son? He's gone out for a pint with his friend. Yeah. Oh, you're welcome back on here any time. Every Friday night, 9 o'clock, if you're not working. We're here. No, he doesn't often get out for a pint with his mate, yeah? It's somebody that he grew up with, he's known all his life. Oh, the daughter-in-law, she's gone out. She's gone to her cousin's party that my son didn't want to go to because he didn't like, he doesn't like him, yeah. No, you're not going to bed. I should hope not. You've only just been introduced. Excuse you. We'll have none of that on here, mate. None of that. Do I know the friend he's with? Yeah, they've grown up together from being kids. Yeah, I know who he's with. I call him my number two son. They've always been together from being young, yeah. I don't know whether I'd like to go in a helicopter. I don't like heights. I think I'd be scared. Mind you, I suppose if you needed a medical helicopter, you wouldn't really notice, would you? Because you'd probably be unconscious or something. So you wouldn't even know you were in the helicopter. My dad wanted to take me on a helicopter ride once, yeah. Oh, he's definitely going to be pissed when he comes home, I'll tell you. He's definitely going to be more than happy when he comes through that door. Well, I'm going to go to bed because I'm tired. Well, I'm not going to go to bed. I'm going to turn off here and do all the usual bits and pieces ready for to go to bed. And I shall speak to you all next week. So, bye, everybody. Thank you for your company. And I shall speak to you all very, very soon. Why go? Because I'm tired. I'm tired, Miguel. Really am. So bye now, and I shall speak to you all very, very soon. Bye now.